Hey, what's up guys? This is Blake from Mac Kiteboarding, and I'm here helping Tucker out with Ticket to Glide. We just wrapped up King of the Great Lakes here in Grand Haven, Michigan. Super fun. Got to meet a lot of you guys who watched this series, and I had a lot of requests on how to sit on the foil. Sitting on the foil is just such a fun trick, feels good, and there's a real trick to it that took me a while to learn. I was over in Qatar, and I would just try over and over 1,000 times how to sit on the foil, different ways, different variations, just jumping and dropping down onto it, crouching down, trying to slide into the position. I'd heard different ways from different people, and I'd tried every single way I could possibly think of, and this is the way that worked best for me. Alright guys, so don't forget we write all of these videos out for you. So if you like reading things as well, you can click the eye icon in the top corner of your screen. You have all these steps written out for you, so you know exactly what to do when you want to sit on a foil. Before you go out for your session, you can have it on your phone, check 5 different things you need to do in order to sit on your foil board. Go out there, practice them, and have a good time. So let's get to it. Step number 1 in how to sit on your foil board is you want to practice getting really low and crouching down on the foil. So before you actually try sitting on the foil, you want to get comfortable just bringing your knees to your chest, getting your shoulders and your knees real low so that you're compact, sitting on the foil board, crouch down, but you're not actually sitting on your butt. So if you just get your feet in position, basically shoulder width apart, maybe a little bit wider so that when you bring your knees to your chest, and your butt will fit right in between your legs, and you can just kind of sit on your butt without actually having to take a seat. So step number 1 is just to crouch, get low, and get comfortable riding like that, while also then standing back up. So just kind of practice maybe 10 times, 20 times, whatever you feel like is necessary. Just bringing your knees to your chest, getting real low, and just touching your butt to the foil board as you get down. That'll get you more comfortable. And then also practice standing back up so that after you're done sitting on it, you don't have to crash into the water and you can rise yourself back up on the board and keep riding. Step number 2, if you're riding foot straps on your foil board, make sure to loosen your feet out of the straps. A common mistake I found that I'd always kind of get into was that I would have my feet really tight in the straps as I was doing this, and I would fall a lot, and I'd always be stuck and then fall in a really weird, awkward position where I kind of go over the board. So just make sure, I'd recommend just not even having a back strap for this. If you ride strapless, that's even better. But front strap is good. You can just loosen your foot out of the strap so that when and if you do fall, you're gonna go over the front of the board and you're not gonna hit the foil. So, step number 3 is to put your front hand on the back side of the bar. So for this trick, you're gonna be taking your back hand off the bar completely, and then you're gonna move your front hand to the opposite side of the bar. And the reason I do this is because it gives me extra control as I'm turning away from the kite to control it. Whereas if your hand is on the bottom of the bar, then you're gonna have to always kind of push extra hard up to get the kite going up, whereas the kite naturally falls down. So with your front hand on the opposite side of the bar, you can always just kind of pull it up, which is much easier. So if you keep your hand on the front side of the bar, it's naturally gonna pull down, and then the kite's gonna start falling low, and then that's gonna pull you off of your edge. So put your front hand on the opposite side of the bar and take your back hand off. Step number 4 is to then slowly crouch down as you've already practiced in the first step. And now as you're crouched down, you're gonna have your back hand, which is off the bar, and you're gonna place your back hand right next to your back foot. So right where your back foot is, you're gonna put your back hand and you're gonna place it there. And that's gonna replace the weight of your back foot. You're gonna push down the exact same amount as you have on your foot with your hand. So your hand is gonna take the place of your foot so that you can then remove it and then sit on the foil. So your hand and the pressure and the amount of pressure you apply to your to where your foot is gonna be very much depends on the foil you're riding, how much weight you place back there. And I can't tell you the exact amount of pressure to apply, but just try and think of however much pressure you're applying with your rear foot to do the same with your rear hand. So now you have squatted down, you have your front hand on the opposite side of the bar, your back hand is over right next to your back foot, And then this is step number 5, where you kick your feet out in front of you and you sit down on the foil. You want to make sure that you're not too high up on the foil as you're just trying to sit on it, because if you're high up, the biggest mistake that's going to happen is you're going to come crashing down. As you sit on the foil, you will come down. So rather than have the foil high up as you sit on it, you want the foil somewhat low, because you're going to be putting your butt and all of your weight onto the back of the foil, which is then going to make it lift up. So you want to get your foil low. So step number 5 is to get your foil low, maybe 6 inches to a foot off the water, and then you're going to transfer all of your weight to the back of the board with your butt while kicking your feet out in front of you. So this is the trickiest part, and this is where you're going to fall, and just have fun falling. When you do fall, make sure to fall so the kite pulls you forward and the foil stays behind you, upwind of you, because you never want to like lean back, have the foil kick out in front of you, downwind, and then have the kite pull you into the foil. That's where accidents happen, that's where things go wrong. So just always make sure, no matter what trick you're doing on a foil, to have yourself get pulled forward in front of the foil, almost like a diving board. Just jump off the front of it and get clear and away from the foil. So the reason you want to keep it low is because your weight transferring onto the back of the board is then going to send the foil rising up, and that'll give you time to catch yourself before you fall and crash into the water. So you put the foil low so that as you sit on it, then it rises up, and then you can kind of push your legs forward to then level out the foil so you can ride and keep control over it as you go. So a few additional tips here are, there's a lot of different ways you can sit on it. You can sit on it sideways with your feet hanging over the toe side edge. You can sit with your feet facing forwards, which I recommend doing, because if you sit with your feet facing forwards, then you can like really control the nose of the board and the way it angles up and down. So you can just push down on your heels if you need it to go down. You can lift up on your butt and like have it rise up. So you have total control over the foil with your legs and your butt controlling the board and the movement and the weight distribution. Whereas if your feet are over the edge, on your toe side edge, you don't really have as much control over it. But whatever works best for you, just getting into those positions, sitting down on the foil, getting the foil low so that as it pops up, you can catch yourself before you come crashing into the water. And that's it. We hope you guys enjoyed this episode of Ticket to Glide. I'm here working with Tucker, who's the foil master. It's been a lot of fun taking over an episode here. And we hope to see you guys next week. If you enjoy these videos, please give us a thumbs up. Let us know what you think in the comments below. Subscribe to our channel, and if you already have, click that bell icon to get notifications for every episode we post. And that's it. See you next week.